There is a city on the west coast of Canada where snow-capped mountains rise directly behind gleaming glass skyscrapers, where a thousand-acre rainforest sits in the middle of downtown, where you can ski in the morning and sail in the afternoon, and which consistently ranks among the most livable cities on the entire planet. Welcome to Vancouver, British Columbia, the largest city in Western Canada. A metropolitan area of about 2.6 million people, wrapped around the waters of Burrard Inlet, hemmed in by the Coast Mountains, and opening onto the Pacific Ocean. This is one of the most naturally beautiful cities anywhere on Earth. The mountains of the North Shore rise right at the edge of downtown. The ocean wraps around three sides. And in the heart of it all sits Stanley Park, a 400-hectare-old growth rainforest that the city grew around rather than paving over. Vancouver is also one of the most diverse cities in North America, with enormous Chinese, South Asian, Filipino, and indigenous communities shaping the food, the culture, and daily life. It has been called Hollywood North for its massive film industry, and it lives at the intersection of outdoor adventure and genuine urban sophistication in a way few cities anywhere can match. In this video, we are covering everything: Stanley Park, Granville Island, the Capilano Suspension Bridge, Grouse Mountain, the incredible food, where to stay, and exactly how to plan your trip. By the end, you will know whether Vancouver belongs on your travel list. Let's get into it. Vancouver is a young city by world standards. It was officially incorporated in 1886, and it grew up around the timber trade, the port, and the transcontinental railway that reached the Pacific here in the same era. Today, it is Canada's largest and busiest port, and the gateway between North America and Asia. The setting is the whole story. Vancouver is one of the only major cities on Earth where you can genuinely ski in the morning on the local mountains and sail or kayak on the ocean in the afternoon. The North Shore Mountains, Grouse, Cypress, and Seymour all have ski runs visible from downtown in winter, and they are all less than 30 minutes away. This geography is why Vancouver consistently lands in the global top 5 for quality of life and livability rankings year after year. The combination of ocean, mountains, temperate rainforest, and a clean, safe, walkable downtown is genuinely rare. The climate is mild and green. Winters are cool and rainy rather than snowy in the city itself, which is what keeps everything so lush. Summers, from June through September, are the payoff. Warm, dry, sunny days in the low to mid-20s Celsius, long daylight hours, and some of the most pleasant summer weather of any city in Canada. Vancouver is also a passionate sports city, and in the summer of 2026, it is one of the host venues for the FIFA World Cup, with matches at BC Place downtown, including 2 games featuring Canada's national team. The city has embraced the tournament with real energy. Start with Stanley Park. If you only do one thing in Vancouver, make it this. At 400 hectares, it is 10% larger than New York Central Park. But here's the difference. Stanley Park is not landscaped. It is a genuine old-growth coastal rainforest that the city simply grew around. The star attraction is the seawall, a paved path that runs about 10 kilometers around the entire perimeter of the park, with the downtown skyline on one side and the ocean and mountains on the other. Rent a bike and ride the whole loop. Stop at the Brockton Point Totem Poles, one of the most visited attractions in all of British Columbia. It is free, and it is unforgettable. Next, Granville Island. Once an industrial wasteland, this peninsula under the Granville Bridge was transformed, starting in the 1970s, into one of the best public market and artisan districts in North America. The Granville Island Public Market is the jewel. Fresh seafood, produced cheese, baked goods, and the famous Lee's Donuts. Take one of the little aquabus ferries across False Creek to get there. It is a genuine Vancouver experience. Over on the North Shore, the Capilano Suspension Bridge sways 70 meters above a rainforest canyon, Cross the bridge, walk the treetops adventure through the canopy of 1,300-year-old Douglas firs, and step out onto the cliff walk, jutting over the river. It is one of the most popular attractions in the city, though the entry price is steep. If you want a free alternative, the nearby Lynn Canyon Suspension Bridge is completely free. Right next door, Grouse Mountain is reached by the Skyride Gondola, North America's largest aerial tramway. At the top, you get panoramic views over the entire city and ocean, wildlife exhibits with grizzly bears and lumberjack shows in summer. Sunset from the peak is spectacular. And for history, wander Gastown, the original heart of Vancouver, with cobblestone streets, Victorian brick buildings, craft cocktail bars, and the famous Gastown steam clock that puffs and whistles on the quarter hour. Quick pause here. If this video is helping you so far, drop a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and we put a lot of research into every guide. Vancouver hotels cluster in a few main areas. Downtown in Cole Harbor, closest to the waterfront, Stanley Park, and the Convention Center. Yowtown, the trendy converted warehouse district. And the West End, walkable and slightly quieter near the park and the beaches. Fairmont Pacific Rim is the most acclaimed modern luxury hotel in the city. A sleek harborfront tower with mountain and water views, a rooftop pool, and one of the best hotel scenes in town. The Fairmont Hotel Vancouver is the historic Grand Dame, a 1939 chateau-style landmark with a green copper roof right in the heart of downtown. The Rosewood Hotel Georgia is a meticulously restored 1927 property, consistently ranked among the finest hotels in Canada, blending historic elegance with modern luxury. The Shangri-La Vancouver, in the tallest tower in the city, offers refined Asian-influenced luxury and a superb spa. For something more boutique, the Loden Hotel in Cole Harbor is an intimate, design-forward luxury option with excellent personal service. And the Opus Hotel in Yowtown is the most stylish boutique in the trendiest neighborhood, right in the heart of the dining and nightlife scene. Vancouver has one of the most extraordinary food scenes in North America, and it is anchored by two things: Pacific seafood and quite possibly the best Asian food on the continent. Let's start with the Chinese food, because it is genuinely world-class. Condé Nast Traveler once claimed, "Vancouver has the best Chinese food of any city in the entire world outside of China itself." The huge Cantonese, Shanghainese, and Zhejiang communities, combined with access to top-notch local seafood, have created a dim sum and Chinese dining scene that rivals Hong Kong. Get the applewood roasted Peking duck at Mach 32 Dumplings at Dynasty, or noodles at Peaceful Restaurant. The Japanese food is just as strong. Vancouver is the birthplace of Aburi Sushi, the flame-seared style pioneered here. Miku, overlooking the harbor at Cole Harbor, is the most famous spot for it, and the seared salmon ashi sushi is the signature dish. For Pacific seafood, the cold-clean waters off British Columbia produce some of the finest salmon, spot prawns, Dungeness crab, and oysters in the world. Sandbar on Granville Island and the seafood spots along the water are the places to go. And don't leave without trying candied salmon from Longliner Seafoods at the Granville Island Market. And of course, this is Canada, so you have to try poutine at least once. French fries topped with cheese, curds, and gravy, the national comfort food. Vancouver also has a serious craft beer scene, concentrated in the breweries of East Vancouver, which is well worth an afternoon. Vancouver International Airport, YVR, is consistently ranked one of the best airports in North America. It sits on Sea Island, about 12 kilometers south of downtown. The SkyTrain Canada line connects the airport directly to downtown in about 25 minutes for a few dollars. That is one of the easiest airport connections of any major city. Direct flight times to Vancouver: Seattle 1 hour, San Francisco 2.5 hours, Los Angeles 3 hours, Toronto 5 hours, New York 5.5 hours, From London, direct flights run about 9.5 hours. From Tokyo and Hong Kong, Vancouver is one of the main gateways between North America and Asia, with many daily direct flights. Inside the city, the SkyTrain is an efficient, driverless rail system, supplemented by buses and a sea-bus passenger ferry across to North Vancouver. Downtown Vancouver is genuinely walkable, and the whole city is one of the most bike-friendly places in North America. Here is what makes Vancouver such a special base: the day trips. Whistler, one of the top ski and mountain resorts in the world, is just 2 hours north up the spectacular Sea-to-Sky Highway, one of the most scenic drives on the continent. Victoria, the charming capital of British Columbia, is a ferry ride away on Vancouver Island, and whale-watching tours from the harbor take you out to see orcas and humpbacks in their natural waters. For weather, aim for July through September for the warmest, driest conditions. Spring and fall are mild and green, but wetter. And the winter in the city is cool and rainy rather than snowy. A 1,000-acre rainforest in the middle of downtown. Snow-capped mountains you can ski in the morning, and an ocean you can sail in the afternoon. A suspension bridge swaying over an ancient canyon. Possibly the best Chinese food outside of China. And one of the most beautiful, natural settings of any city on Earth. This is Vancouver. Wild, refined, endlessly scenic, and one of the most livable and rewarding cities to visit anywhere in North America. When you are ready to plan your Vancouver trip, head to PalapaVibez.com. Built by travelers, for travelers. The link is in the description. Drop a comment down below. We read every single one.